Greeny's Takes.
All right, here we go. My top 5 takes coming out of yesterday in the National Football League. I will set aside the one you're waiting for to do separately at the end. Here we go.
Number 5.
I have a crush on Joe Burrow. I can't help it. That dude is special. He's got like an attitude, a cockiness, a swagger. I don't know what it is. Rex Ryan actually said on TV today that he reminds him of Tom Brady, which is the highest praise you can possibly give someone, especially someone who yesterday was making his 17th career NFL start. He has played 1 season's worth of football, and he's spectacular. He's unbelievable. Jamar Chase is unbelievable. Their defense is completely legit. The Bengals are legit. I don't know that they're going to beat out the Ravens for that division, but I think they will. If you made me bet on who's going to win that division right now, I would take Cincinnati because they're just that good. Top to Joe Mixon. Like, you don't realize how good that team is. They're ridiculously good. And what they did yesterday to the Ravens in their own stadium, that was a statement. That was a huge statement from a Cincinnati team that is legit. They're not going anywhere. And those two guys, Burrow and Jamar, are going to be the best combination, the best quarterback-receiver combination in the NFL for a long time to come.
Number 4.
The Bears are a joke. A joke. They have taken the best thing that could have possibly happened to them and turned it into a disaster. There was a time, Hembo, you asked me a question during the offseason after the draft. Is Justin Fields the most important athlete to come to Chicago since Michael Jordan? The answer to that should be yes. How ridiculous does that sound now? They've taken the whole thing and turned it into something that feels awful. Watching them feels awful. They could have played 20 quarters yesterday and not scored. There was no amount of game. And their defense, I feel sorry for them because they're trying hard out there against a great team, and they know that they have no chance to win. And I asked myself this question. I know the history of Chicago sports extraordinarily well. I worked there for years. What's the last thing they did when they got something really right? Like, they just keep people in place who just don't ever get anything right. The Bears get nothing right. Every big decision they make, they get wrong. Coaching hires, GM hires, draft picks, trades. They get everything wrong. Their coaching staff is atrocious. Their history of making personnel decisions is ridiculous. They're terrible. The Bears have taken the trading up and drafting of Justin Fields, which brought more enthusiasm to that fan base than anything they've had in years, and they've taken it from that into something that now feels terrible. That takes some doing. They are a joke. The Bears are an absolute joke.
Number 3.
Dan Campbell can coach my team anytime, especially now, but that's neither here nor there. I love that guy. The Lions are bad, all right? That's a bad football team. They have bad talent. If the next time they win anything of consequence, they're going to have turned over that roster in a million different ways. And for all I know, Dan Campbell won't be the coach anymore because they get everything wrong there, too. They're the same group that fired Jim Caldwell because he couldn't get them from point B to point C. Now they don't even know what alphabet they're trying to be in. Their team is so bad. But did you see him pulling out all the stops yesterday? How much of that game did you see?
All the red zone stuff.
I mean, their onside kick in the first quarter, 2 fake punts. They're doing everything they can to try and win a game. I love that coach. And that team is still playing. That team plays so much harder than the Jets with so much more passion and so much more spirit. And they're actually worse. They have less good players than the Jets. And if they played the Jets right now on a neutral field, I would favor Detroit by a touchdown. They're that much. At least I care about them. I don't give a damn about the Lions one way or the other. I get so much more joy watching them play and compete than I do watching the Jets. It's not even close. So that guy is an excellent coach.
Number 2.
Remember when the Titans lost to the Jets? Does that possibly seem like it actually happened? In the last 6 days, they just beat up Buffalo and Kansas City. By the way, whoever stole Patrick Mahomes, can you please bring him back because we miss him? What the hell is going on in Kansas City? I mean, that was such a beatdown. And the Chiefs looked just terrible. The injury to Mahomes at the end of the game was scary, but the news is good. He cleared the concussion protocol. He could have come back in the game, but there was no reason to put him back in the game. Joe Judge would have put him back in the game, but Andy Reid wasn't going to do that. So the Titans, we talked about it with Rex and RC a little earlier. They're legit. Cincy is legit. Buffalo is legit. One or two other Baltimore, I still think will be heard from. Kansas City's in trouble. Real trouble in the AFC.
Number 1.
And then one more. Kyler Murray is unlike any player I've ever seen. He is, and this is for the older people listening, he is Fran Tarkenton and Lamar Jackson rolled into one player. He reminds me of Tarkenton. Rex brought it up this morning, and he's right. And the Cardinals are the best team in football right now for sure. Nothing's even close. People don't pay attention to them because they're the Cardinals. But the reality is their defense is elite. Their quarterback is ridiculous. They have extraordinary skilled players. Right now, Murray is the MVP of the league. He makes plays unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. I've never seen a player do the stuff he does. He just looks different doing it. And they're going to make a statement Thursday night. They're hosting Green Bay on Thursday night, and they're going to make a statement that they are the best team in the NFC. Right now, they're the best team in the NFL.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.